Okay, I think we're at 59 now. And... are you going to hear anything from Hotori?
ほとりちゃんはどこ？
I know what you're thinking right now, Kokoro, and... Ah!
かごめかごめかごの中の鳥
Don't you dare. No. What? Do you look psychopathic at the moment? No. What the fuck? Alright, here comes Satoru. Someone whom I've been missing for the longest time, Lin. Hello, Lin. Where is Self?
久しぶりだな。
Hmm. Hello.
どうしたんだよ。なんでそんな目で見るんだ。
Oh, really? After all this, you're going to give me that look?
あなた誰？
What?
あなたはサトルじゃない。私の知っている有機道サトルじゃないわ。
What? Promotional posters, magazine front covers. Yeah, sure. "12 endings done." Okay. Yukido, all caps. Kokoro chapter good ending. Incident at the end. Satoru Batman good end. Satoru chapter good end. Satoru chapter epilogue. That's the good end? There's still a smattering of scenes that have no home. Oh, wow. More than I initially anticipated. 92 out of 100 tips. See if any random surprise tips showed up. Oh, hello. Baby colic. Okay, those two are still gone. Well, that one we haven't read before. There's two tips we haven't read before. Whoa, hello. Oh my. We've seen this one. And we've seen that one too. Both sets of credits, then the true ending. No, not the true ending, the good credits. Still missing a few. This is the Satoru side. Whoa. So, that was a hell of a way to end this. How dares this machina? Wait, did we read this already? Oh, the Schrodinger's cat. You did read that already. Then that's the only one you haven't read yet. Baby colic. Condition when a baby becomes unsettled and irritable for no apparent reason. Cries frequently. Is normally categorized as abnormal neuronal excitability resulting from autonomia in infants, but the exact reason is occurrence remain unclear. One explanation is suggested that the contrast between the clear, vivid consciousness of an infant and the inability to properly control its body result in intense stress, which could cause it to become irritated and cry. They're just crying for no reason. Also, medics who suppose that if a baby was given a body, which would properly obey its will, it would turn into a cold-blooded killer. They argue that since babies have not yet learned human morals, their instincts would cause them to go on a bloody rampage. Infants often exhibit cruelty. They can calmly kill other living beings with no reservation, thinking it nothing more than part of a game. As a person grows up, when they reach the age of about 3, they come to be able to think from the perspective of other people and put themselves in their shoes. The ability to empathize is established. It is at that age that they learn from the first time that things which one doesn't like being done to them must never be done to others as well. Golden rule. Perhaps it's the reason why human infants are so underdeveloped in physical strength compared with other mammals. Considerable obstacle in the newborn's path to survival. This is a psychological analysis of baby colic, and analyze the hell out of it. But in fact, it is actually not so far-fetched. I thought that it is rather the lives of adults that would be in danger if it was the other way around. It is not impossible to imagine that it is through realizing the need to protect each other from this inner cruelty, nature brutality unparalleled in any other life form, humankind has come, over the course of evolution, to create the civilization in which we live, and to establish the education system as a means for spiritual growth. It makes sense to think the fact that as of yet mentally underdeveloped newborns are deprived of physical strength lies in accordance with the principle of natural selection, baby colic being a representation of this instinct's desires, makes known the true nature of man, the scream of madness, the pathetic lamentation of having been given life in this world. Wow. I never thought of it that way, not even close. So that is Remember 11. So 3, 4, 5. 12 out of 33. 21 endings. 21 endings unobtained. I do want to get into perhaps potentially going after all the endings. That's really gotta be the good ending and the good epilogue. killed by the mysterious shadow. Ah. That was one of the fights we had. These are Satoru's bad endings, and we somehow managed to skip one. The earliest. You know, Satoru has less bad endings than Kokoro. Wow, we didn't get any of them until Location X Avalanche. A few of them probably have to do with the time we go out looking for the helicopter on the 14th. I haven't even touched on the subject of the third personality. Nope, not even close. We covered that a while back in the epilogue. As a matter of fact, this scene right here, when Satoru asks Kokoro that three-part question concerning tearing the newspaper apart, scribbling over her drawing, and the red dreams. The other hint we got was the third location, yeah. The third location taking place, or existing, essentially in an abandoned underground mine, where supposedly Utsumi was there after getting out of the hospital. That's where she eventually gave birth to her twins? Yeah, her twins, one boy and one girl. That's where she was pregnant all this time. If you think about it, we just read that clue about baby colic, and how he pointed out that if an infant, given a fully functional body, he could be a cold-blooded killer. He'd just go around. He could exert his strength without any conscience, essentially. I'm sure you arrived at the conclusion I'm driving at a while back when these points were first brought up in the game, but if not, well, before I get to that, I just want to say thanks for watching. This won't be the end of the LP if I can find a guide, or some sort of guide to getting the other endings, the other bad endings. Because I'm a curious guy, I like bad endings, I want to do it. At this point in time, if my plan worked to fruition, then it is Tuesday, January 17th, 2012. If not, then, well, it's not. Either way, XCOM is probably almost done. So, it'll probably be this running against Pokemon. I'm planning, a while ago, to, put Pokemon on hold and just focus on this and XCOM. So, I don't know what's going to come after this. Well, obviously there's going to be more of this once we get to more of bad endings. I'm sure those of you who are familiar with the game you're all more than welcome to advise me on getting bad endings. I'd like to put them all up here, if I can get to them. I really would. Anyways, the third personality. I'm sure you probably have a few good guesses on who it might be. As a matter of fact, several of you have probably already guessed it by now. For those of you who haven't, the third personality is